If you weren't there for the Augie and Tech stream, right, the debate, if you weren't there, you missed out. Okay, straight up, you missed out. It was extremely entertaining. Content-wise, very, very entertaining. But debate-wise, I wouldn't tell you to go watch the stream to learn how to debate an individual because it's just, I don't know. Look, they made some good points. There's a lot of bad points, right? A lot of points that it wasn't really necessary to talk about, but at the end of the day, if you wanted to ask me what my opinion was about this certain debate, I'd say no one won. Honestly, both of them, both of Augie and Tech, they were both being spergs. Okay, like straight up, they were just being spergs. They were just yelling at each other. Augie was doing most of the yelling, but a lot of people are saying that, you know, Technicals was being very disingenuous. You know, he was lying throughout the entire time. At least, I think what Augie said, Tech was lying at least 4 times throughout the entire stream. So there's definitely a split within the community. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm seeing right now. This is just the I guess like the VOD, if you want to call it, of the live stream. I was there. I didn't know this was going to come out until someone told me within the community, and I was like, oh, whew, I didn't know that. I wasn't paying attention to Twitter whatsoever. But Keemstar was the one that basically monitored the entire thing, or moderated, there we go, moderated the entire thing. And if I had to say who was the one that was like very level-headed, I would have to say it's Keemstar. Honestly, it's Keemstar, which is kind of rare to say, because if you know Keemstar, you know, he's a very fiery, passionate individual. But throughout the entire thing, he was very level-headed and very neutral. Very, very neutral throughout this entire situation, throughout the entire debate. I would have imagined that Keemstar would have taken the side of Augie on some points, but now he was actually very, very neutral. And honestly, when it comes to the points, I think Keemstar made the best point out of the entire debate, essentially saying that this conversation, this little debate between 2 friends, because if you didn't know, Augie and Technicals were friends. You know, they even went to VidCon together, VidCon, and you know. It just all fell apart because of this. You know, they just literally went to war on Twitter. I think it was 2 days ago when the timeline went absolutely nuclear when I made that video. But, yeah, they were friends, you know, they were friends, and then they just all fell apart. But, yeah, the entire conversation, this entire thing is kind of pointless, right? Because, you know, Augie has done his fair share of trying to defend undesirable people. Technicals has done his fair share, quite recently, obviously, of, you know, defending people that are considered undesirable, absolutely, you know, and whether or not you think one is better than the other, regardless of these people, right, Zaptai and, you know, Zero, they have their dark secrets, of which we don't know 100% for sure, right, but at the end of the day, it's still weird. Okay, it's still weird. If you're wondering why I brought up Zaptai in the first place, I'm still asking myself that as well. Because Technicals out of nowhere pulls out Zaptai as a point. And honestly, I completely forgot, and I feel like everyone at this point has forgotten Zaptai. Okay, that entire debacle, that entire situation. But he brought it up, and I was like, ooh, mama. Ooh, mama. Like, originally, when I was first watching this stream, right, I haven't rewatched it. I probably should. But the first time watching this live, originally I thought Technicals had Augie on the ropes, but towards the middle, Augie had Technicals on the ropes. He had him in a corner, and then towards the end, it was like, I mean, it was a stalemate. It was genuinely a stalemate. Okay, like I legitimately can't say whether or not who was the victor in this, because there is no victor. There is no victor. This was literally a standstill. So the biggest thing that came out of this stream, the biggest points, right, is Technicals bringing up the whole Zaptai thing, right? Technicals bringing up Augie's opinion on high school relationships, and he, of course, in a high school setting, when it comes to, you know, the eldest person in a high school setting and the youngest person in a high school setting, which, at the end of the day, that's still creepy. Okay, an 18-year-old dating a 15-year-old, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. That's kind of creepy. Alright? And he's fine with that. He's fine with that. You can't say good. You can't say good. No, he's fine with it. It's the same thing. Alright? I don't know why he was trying his best to, you know, kind of negate it, but it's weird. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say, like, you know, Augie supports you know, the P words right now. Absolutely not, you know, but it's still weird at the end of the day. Like, from what I came from this debate is these two people are weird. Okay, they're very weird individuals. They have really weird points and opinions that are just like, that's kind of weird, dude. It's kind of creepy on your part, but you know what? You do you. You do you. God damn. Then Augie brought up a good point about the brother, because that was the that was the turning point right there. Ah, man, the whole brother situation with technicals with the group chat and the drawings and stuff like that. That was really hard hitting. You know, like if you thought that technicals had Augie, that you can't just sit there and be like, technicals won, because at that point Augie had turned the entire conversation on technicals. Like, there really was no a good situation for technicals in that very moment. At one point there was like a moment of silence when Keemstar asked, did technical's brother send, you know, nudes in this group chat with minors? And then technicals just goes, yes. And then Keemstar just goes out, oh, it's done. It's done. Oh, man, it was great. Oh, man, I swear to God, dude, like, you need to watch the stream for yourself. It is fucking great. Now, I've already said that, you know, I think that there isn't really a winner in this certain situation. But there's definitely people out there that think Augie won, and there's definitely people out there who thought that technicals won. I believe Keemstar did a poll that was asking who won. It's a shame that he didn't add a third option that was like, oh, you know, no one won. It was just, hey, who won? Augie or technicals? And it seems like the people have spoken and they think that technicals won. But it's like, I mean, he really didn't win. Neither did Augie. Like, I gotta like beat that down, right? Like, I gotta hammer that point down that no one won in this debate. Okay, but again, the debate can still be there, okay, because a lot of people can say that technicals was being very disingenuous. He was being very, you know, he was just not being a good sport through this entire situation. I believe that one of my friends, Doc, said that in the beginning that technicals poisoned the well by, you know, calling Augie stupid and stuff like that. When it comes to these debates, like, if you don't want to go full Sperg mode, you probably don't want to start off by saying, like, you know, you're an idiot, you're stupid, and shit like that. But, you know, Augie didn't really like that, so he matched the energy. But the more that I'm thinking about it, it's like, Augie didn't match the energy. He didn't just match the energy. He went above the energy, right, of the disrespectful level, right? Because he started yelling, and then he started, you know, calling him retard, you know, like a moron, shit like that. So, like, yeah, I mean, you could say that technical started it, but Augie just went up and above, okay? He went up and above. And it sounds, and I know through this entire video, it kind of sounds like I'm a Augie hater, but I genuinely don't care about the guy, okay? And I genuinely don't care about technicals. Alright, these are just two individuals that I'm just watching right now, fighting out, duke it out, okay? Then after the show was ended, you know, the entire live stream was over. I think the entire thing was like 30 minutes or so. You know, more people brought more information about this, more people defending Zaptai, because, like, you know, people were like, why are you bringing this up? That has nothing to do with this, but I disagree. For me, I think it's you know, Zaptai and the Zero situation, they both have similarities. I think they both have similarities. Other people, of course, are trying to argue that it's not, but I think at the end of the day, these two people are considered undesirable. But, you know, Augie believes that Zaptai can be redeemable, and Technicals believes that Zero can be redeemable. And, you know, both can have their points, absolutely, and I think that's absolutely fair. I'm still waiting to see what Technicals has on Augie, because they did bring that up during the live stream, because Augie was like, what do you have on me? Because you said on Twitter that you had some juicy news on me, and then Technicals brought up the Zaptai thing, and really nothing else. Well, besides the old, you know, high school thing, those like the only two things that he brought up, from what I could remember. I'm sure someone else can correct me, and, you know, and try to say, like, oh, he brought up something else, but, we're gonna have to wait and see if, Technicals bring something up in a video. Because I think I'm pretty sure that Technicals is going to make a video about Augie. Probably Nicholas as well. Maybe Tipster. No, I think it's just the two main ones. Because when the Twitter timeline went nuclear, those two, or those three, Technicals, Nicholas, and, you know, Augie, they were just, like, killing each other on Twitter. So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a video on those two. And I'd be really interested to see what he has to say, you know, what he has. If it's, like, viable, like, is there something that he needs to bring up, stuff like that, so we'll see. But at the end of the day, though, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, right, even though you might think that this little feud between the two is pointless, and I'd say that's fair, this is a topic that needs to be talked about. Okay, this is important for our community to come together, right? Because right now we're divided. We're divided. We're trying to figure out which is which, right? Which opinion is best, right? But we gotta come up to a conclusion quickly because this needs to get to an end soon. We shouldn't just brush this over as common drama. This is important, right? Of whether or not letting someone in a community after doing something that's like, kind of fucking sussy, right? Or really fucking sussy, right? So that conversation needs to be had, right? Genuinely, like I'm being serious. Like that conversation needs to be had. Okay, so this is important for us all to have this conversation. So there you go. That's what I think, right? Even though the conflict is a little pointless, kind of stupid, the conversation is still important, and we need to talk about it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my thoughts on the entire live stream. There's probably some points that I missed that might be essential, but again, I recommend that you watch it. It's a good watch for just entertainment values. How I put it was it's essentially two spergs fighting it out for the entertainment of the people. But, debate-wise, it's like, it's kind of bad. But still entertaining, though. Again, still entertaining. So, again, I'd recommend you go watch it and, learn from yourselves and do a little bit more research beyond that. But with all that being said, that's all I have to say. So, thank you, everyone, for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this. Who do you think won in the debate? If you watched it, do you think Augie won or do you think Technicals won? I'd be really interested to see what the final results are. I could probably make a poll as well on my on the community tab, so I'll do that. Yeah, once I'm done recording this, I'll do that immediately. So there you go. Make sure you vote there and let me know in the comment section down below who you guys thought won the debate. But anyways, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified of my next video. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.